Hi, my name is Corey Schaefer. I work as a educational consultant for Pearson. I just want to make a quick video talking about the role that the eText can play in improving learning, engagement, using it as a study tool. Right now we're looking at operations management by Heiser and Render. A lot of these tricks are going to work for any of the Pearson eTexts, whether it's in a MyLab or a mastering program. Both MyLab and Mastering have tons of great study resources and tools, but I think sometimes the role of the eText and the tools in there can be overlooked. So I'll go across quick basic features. Of course, you can adjust the display settings and change the size of the font. You can bookmark individual pages. You can search. So if you're searching ERP, you can go through and you can find chapters that include that, glossary terms, different areas in the content or videos that are included. And when you click on those, you'll get taken straight to that area. So there we go, perfect. Another thing to keep in mind is that anything that's in red is some sort of interactive. So if you click on the red highlight, it'll pull up that content area, that chapter for dependent demand. Let me see. We also have, throughout on this page that we're on right now, the summary page, we have problems that are linked as well. So you can use those. There are videos built into here. I'll click on one of those videos. It pops up. There we go. So there we go. So if we click that video, the video will pop up. A lot of that are just good, good features to know about. Something else that I think is really important to kind of remember that you have available to you is if you highlight a section of text, you can highlight it into your notebook. So we have a color coding capability, so you could use color coding to highlight important information, items from an exam, or things that I have questions about. Might be 3 different categories you could use. You can highlight those. You can also leave a note, and so ask professor next class about this. I'll leave myself a note to remember to ask my professor about this. When you open up your table of contents up here in the upper left-hand corner, we have our table of contents, we have a history, which is like recently visited pages. So if you're reviewing for an exam, that might be a good way to kind of jump around. You also have your notebook feature available. And so within the notebook, it's going to save all of your highlights and notes, and it's going to organize them by chapter. So I have a highlight and a note here in chapter 14. Chapter 4, forecasting, I have 2 highlights or notes. Here we go. And so you kind of see that, so each of these has their own, they're organized by chapter here for you. You can also, if you think this was an exam question, this was really important, we can click the 3 dots, open in the book, and we can jump right to that spot and try to figure, okay, so why did I highlight this for being important for the exam? And you can highlight figures as well. So if there's an important graph or chart that you want to look at later, do that. Hopefully this is helpful. These are just, some of the basic features of the eText. I think it makes a really great study tool, being able to go back and review things that you found important or things that were mentioned in class. Again, the MyLab and Mastering are going to have a lot of great study tools as well, but being well acquainted with the eText is a good place to start. I do want to mention 2 things real quick. We have 2 apps that come free with this MyLab. One is the dynamic study module. So if you search Pearson in your iPhone or Android app store, you have our dynamic study modules, which you can take on the go. We also have the Pearson eText app. Both of these are totally free to you. The eText app will share all of your highlights and notes between the MyLab and between the app. You can also download different chapters as well. So if you aren't going to be near internet or Wi-Fi, that's a good tool to use on the go. So definitely worth downloading. If you don't end up using them, that's fine. But having them to at least try, I think, is sometimes a good place to start to kind of figure out the best way to study. I hope this video was helpful to you. Have a great semester. Thanks.